Okay, the artist formerly known as Space Master Matt, now known presumably as Matt.
Yeah, I thought something felt weird about like the way round that we're sitting. I normally have a lot more paper in front of me.
Yeah, you were like, what is this?
But yeah, I will be probably calling upon your former Space Master expertise at various points for rules lawyering purposes.
Okay, well, do stamp on me if I try and backseat Space Master at any point.
But right now, let's put on your Hound hat, because we need to make you a fearsome bounty hunter.
Indeed, Captain of the Bad Moon Rising.
Such a badass character.
I got chills.
So look first.
Yeah, if you are going straight up with the name of Matt, because
Yes.
obviously in the previous series, they were Blackshaw, you're not.
No.
So you don't necessarily have to carry on the vibe that you are you.
It would be the Booth Man.
The booth man cometh.
No, I'm gonna stick with Matt, I think, and I'm gonna for simplicity, I'm gonna just take that him pronoun, and then my look. I'm going to go with determined, I think. So other options include dusty, worn, haggard and weary, stubborn, surly, scorched, narrow. I think I probably am a bit narrow.
You're pretty narrow.
Yeah. Pinched, shifty, suspicious and grave. So I've got determined, narrow. I think I'm going to go with weary. I sometimes feel that in my real life. Not to bring too much bleed into it. And how about scorched? I think that's an interesting one. I'm a little scarred from some encounter.
You've seen some things, man.
Yeah, possibly with Eli.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like this is Eli related.
Yeah, so I'll work out exactly where I'm scorched. how noticeable it is. But yeah, okay, so that's my look.
So in classic Millie Role Players style, it's up to the three of you to decide where the split of Matt's stats should go.
I'm thinking bounty hunters should probably be quite slick, right?
Slick and stalwart.
Well, we've made the ship quite slick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that
should
goes
match.
with...
Yeah.
But also calculating, like he's the guy who's running the ship, right? He's
true.
the leader
Yeah.
of the ship.
Slick and calculating sound like good things.
Yeah, I
I think
agree.
that's a +1 and a +2. That's
Okay.
And then volatile as well, like... Or maybe you have other people to do the blowing up stuff these days, I don't know.
It's not the most volatile ship. I mean, I think he
true.
can be volatile if he needs to be.
It sounds like we're more sneak in the back door, get the things, and get out.
Yeah,
rather
calculating and slick over volatility. Yeah.
We have our Tempest if things really go.
Okay, so we're saying +2 slick,
than... Yeah.
+1 calculating,
Yeah.
0 stalwart, 0 volatile, -1 alien.
I think so. I think that
He just does
Interesting.
everything with regular gear. He's the
Yeah.
kind of guy who carries a revolver in space.
because it's a military ship. It's nothing. It's kind of all.
Yeah.
Who's driving the ship? We've got crew to drive the ship.
I think generally to fly around, you've definitely got crew who can, pilot the ship in your absence.
Yeah.
It's
But
going to lead
recall
to
that
some
you are the
interesting...
squadron leader.
Yes.
So you can probably fly these small things pretty damn well.
Because I think, mechanically speaking, when we go into subspace, when we do like a big jump, somebody has to roll for that. So it has to be one of us
Right.
that rolls for that.
What's the role for that?
Alien.
Alien.
So it'll be interesting if it's you.
Okay.
Yeah, Alien, so far as I can tell, pretty much covers everything we don't have at all. Like, if it's done with rocket thrusters, fine. If
it's non-human,
if it's
yeah.
done by disappearing from the universe and reappearing somewhere
Gotcha.
else, it's Alien.
Okay.
Yeah, I might swap slick and calculating
Sure.
Sure.
Go for it.
so that I'm slightly more of a planner and slightly less of a seat of the pants.
That makes sense to me. I mean, if you're going to buy a used military vessel, you've probably got a pretty solid scheme of how you're going to operate.
Yeah.
You've got Tully to tell to do things.
Yeah.
You're good. Tully has
Okay.
+2 alien.
Yeah, let's make Tully pretty alien. Tully, I'm going to make Tully an alien. Sure.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Let's go one more. An alien. Okay, so you've got a couple of moves to take, but first, could you just give your standard signature bit, your bounty hunting sort of situation?
Okay. This is one of the main reasons I wanted to go with Hound, because I find this signature move very fun. So it's bounty hunting. If we dock and I check a bulletin board for bounties, I roll volatile. On a 10 plus, I find something good. On a 7 to 9, I take what I can get. On a 6 minus, the only bounty I can find is on one of you. And as long as I roll well, I can use those points to, at any point, like in a scene that we're in, just put my hand up and say, somebody in this room is the person that I have a bounty out on.
Amazing.
And
I like that you're rolling volatile as well, which you have a 0 on.
Yes.
Should be taking our stuff.
And so if I get to define some details about the person with the bounty, and Space Master Chris gets to define the others. So that can be a fun way to put an extra bit of colour on scenes.
It's also definitely one of those powers that it's just a better mechanic if your skill in it isn't that high.
Yeah.
It's just there's absolutely every chance that this will probably go horribly poorly.
Which is excellent.
Okay, so you need to pick a background.
Yeah.
Lawkeeper or bounty killer?
So I had been leaning towards Lawkeeper. Like, everything we've talked about so far about the ship and how this crew operates makes me think Bounty Killer is better. So Lawkeeper is, you are a member of a system-spanning independent organisation that works to enforce law and order. Whereas Bounty Killer is, you're a free agent, you take any contract that pays well enough.
The fact that you're travelling around with two mystics suggests to me you're probably the latter.
Yeah, probably some sort of free agent. Yeah, so what that gives me mechanically is if I try and intimidate a criminal for information, I've got advantage to do that. So sure,
Okay.
Yeah, I think that fits with everything.
That synergises quite well with me as well, actually, because I see through lies.
Yeah, nice. Oh yeah, I think we probably have some sort of partnership going on here.
Sure.
There's a marriage of convenience.
Yes.
You intimidate someone until they talk, and then you just look at the Starkid and he just nods.
Nods or pierces them.
Pierces their lies. His lie skewers. Okay, so you've got 2 upgrades to spend on some moves.
Okay, so I could be a bloodhound, so that I'm better at getting information, like from shady contacts on the streets. I could be paranoid android, which is like I'm better at scoping things out when I walk into like a Mexican standoff type situation. Steely glare, when I back someone into a corner and fix them with a steely glare, I can make them do things like shut up immediately, stop moving, lower their weapons. Although that's a roll stalwart, which I'm not very good at.
I do quite like the idea. You think you've got a really steely
But
you drop the glasses down and you think you're giving that stern vibe, but actually you just look like a seductive librarian.
Specifically on a 6 minus, they laugh in your face and do whatever they want. Quick draw, I like the sound of. If there's a tense situation that breaks out into violence, I always get to go first.
Oh,
That's awesome. That works with calculating as well. It's like you put yourself in the best situation for that moment.
It works with your calculating and with your nothing alien at all. Like you literally are just space cowboy at this point.
Yeah, I'm going with that.
Space cowboy.
Long shot, I can use, like all weapons I can use at long range. Well, like all ranged weapons, obviously. Hunter's Mark, if I roll volatile against somebody that I've decided is my bounty, then I have advantage. Mark of Death sounds very interesting. If I deal any harm to a bounty I'm hunting, they immediately die. However little harm I dealt them.
That could be problematic if you need to take them alive.
If the hit is completely absorbed by their armour, then they don't die. But if anything goes through the armour, they're dead.
You've nailed it.
That's awesome.
It's all space cowboy stuff. Like long shot is just that Lee Van Cleef bit where the guy's running off and he just casually unrolls the thing from his horse and puts a big stock on his revolver and then just shoots him all the way down the street. Like Mark of Death is just, when Clint Eastwood's got the stove bit to strap to him and it's just like, I know he always goes for the heart. Just keep shooting the heart.
I like long shot. I think long shot works with the idea that our MO is that we always get the drop on everyone. So I'm going to go with that.
And your general MO also seems like you're quite sure of yourself. Like, you can be very casual about that long shot. You can wait.
Yeah. I just pull a pistol out. They don't think I can hit them at that range, but I can.
Lovely. So we need 3 hooks for you then.
Okay. My options. Player is a time bomb waiting to go off. They need to be defused or pointed in the right direction. Player got between me and my target in the past, and next time I won't hesitate. I feel like we're all working together, so that one probably doesn't work.
Yeah.
Player knows of my vice, and they better keep quiet about it.
I would lie piercer.
Yes. I know all about your vices.
Players' criminal ways are going to see them in my crosshairs one day. Group has terrorised the sector for too long, and I'm going to bring them all down. Mm. I get the shakes if I go too long without my vice.
Ooh.
Oh, hello.
When things get tense, I always let my gun do the talking. Or I always push people away when they try to open up.
This is going to end like Scarface, isn't it?
I know we haven't done Strat yet, but given what Starkey's put as a hook related to Strat, I might have Strat as a time bomb waiting to go off. Tell me if this is railroading you too much.
No, this is kind of... Yeah, this is all working... If anything, it's making my ideas more extreme.
Excellent.
Which I think, I guess, is good.
This is definitely what we need at this stage.
All right, so Strat is a time bomb waiting to go off, and he needs to be diffused or pointed in the right direction. I'm going to go with when things get tense, I always let my gun do the talking. Because actually, like, in real life, I'm not actually very good at, like, if I'm trying to, like, talk an argument out, it will stress me out more than anything. I just want to get away from the situation. So I did. I'm just like, I'm trying to talk things out, but it's not going my way. And so I'm just going to start shooting.
I'm just going to start shooting, yeah.
Getting away from the situation, you end the situation in the most final way possible.
And one more. I don't know. I think that Knows About My Vice does work very well with Lypiercer Starkey over here. I'm not sure what my vice should be, though.
It would be funny if it's something really silly.
Yeah, dresses as a clown on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say Starkey Knows My Vice.
That isn't one of them.
No, I know. I haven't dressed as a clown for 7 days.
The shakes.
I don't know whether it might be more fun to let you define it, because you're the one who knows about it.
I'll have a think.
Yeah, I think define it in play.
Yeah.
Define it later.
Yeah, and
he'll discover he has this voice in about an hour.
I know all about it, remember, Matt.
I feel
Maybe
like
we never define it.
Yeah,
Remember, I know all about it.
Doesn't the guy in Guardians of the Galaxy love troll dolls?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
some
good.
sort of obscure collection. Yeah, I feel like that will make me play more honestly wary of you, because I know that at any point you could decide that you know something about me and I don't know what it's going to be.
It also conflicts quite nicely of the fact that you're, trying to sort of weigh in on the direction of his young Padawan over here as well. So you need to interfere, but not too much.
I've got to tread carefully.
So the last thing to do then is just to up the stakes. Let's get rid of anything nice that might happen to you in case of calamity. So
Okay.
No one's reaching out to you with a lead. You're not broadening your career options.
No.
No, you're not getting a lead on a valuable target you hunted long ago. The rest can stay.
Nice.
So
No leads for you, Matt.
no side quests.
No. Well, except a friend I rely on is in trouble and is asking for my help.
Yeah, I bet the nice thing about a lot of them is, at the point where you're going to be marking a calamity and this thing has to happen, it's probably not the best time to go and help.
No. All right, great.
Okay, lovely. Matt the Hound.
You've been listening to Merely Roleplayers. You can look us up wherever you find podcasts, on Twitter @merelyroleplay and at facebook.com/merelyroleplayers. Reviews and kind words are all very much appreciated, and we hope you'll join us again for our next episode.
We have our Tempest if things really go.
Not yet, you don't.
Oh, yeah, we don't. I keep thinking you're there.
It's
because you're sat at the table.
Because I'm literally here.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you've got me to argue people to death.
Literally.